Hello, my good people, friends, and my followers on Facebook. I have a very little matter that is really bothering me to discuss. Recently, we all know that we have a president select in Nigeria, and that president has not been feeling very well, and he has been trooping in and out foreign country, France to be precise, for treatment. We also know that the outgoing president always go to United Kingdom for his treatment. And that is not a very good sign at all. Recently, one of a top politician from Nigeria was imprisoned alongside his wife and a medical doctor in United Kingdom. Why? Because these men, they were just there to siphon money that was meant for all of us in that country. They will siphon it, send it abroad, and come home and pretend as if nothing has happened. People will be sick and die of that sickness because there's no hospital. One of these politicians has 40 houses, most of which were posited in foreign countries. At least they would have used some of the funds they used in purchasing those houses to build hospital for our people. But they did not, because they don't care for the poor masses. It is very, very painful, very shameful as well, for a man well educated, married with children. Whenever they are sick, they will travel abroad, as if every other Nigerian can afford to buy a ticket, let alone paying the hospital bills. This is too poor and too shameful. Anyway, the issue here is that a doctor, a Nigerian, a humanitarian Nigerian, a medical doctor called Dr. Richard Okoye, he imported a lot of equipment that is to be used for the treatment of those who have kidney problems. And as we are aware, the very man that was imprisoned here was all over the place looking for an innocent child to come and donate kidney for his daughter. Assuming we have a good hospital in Nigeria, assuming that is the only thing that they are able to give our people, because I'm sure so many other people are suffering, have kidney problems and other illnesses that nobody cares to treat them for. If that hospital that they have come here to look for a treatment, or to salvage their daughter's health, if it had been in Nigeria, all the magomagos, he wouldn't have been imprisoned. But now he is in prison. His wife is in prison. Who will look after that very poor girl? No one. So I will now um, allow you to watch the new equipment and the hospital where it is, so that anyone who has any such illness, I mean, who has like dialysis problems, which is very, very expensive abroad. But this guy has brought all the equipment, Dr. Richard Okoye, so that people will be treated. Poor ones who cannot go abroad to treat themselves. You know, all the money that is being stolen, yet some of them will still die of these illnesses. And all the money they've stolen will just be in vain. In vain. Things of this world. How many years do we have? How long do we have to live that we cannot care for one another, that we cannot think of other people? Why would a whole country rise up to go and elect someone that will rule them, and that person will not think of anything? He will not think of good roads. He will not think of giving them light. And their health does not matter to him. I think it's time that women will start getting into Nigerian politics. More younger women, brilliant women, because our men, they have failed us. They have failed us. Things that people wouldn't have died of in overseas, little illnesses, it will kill people in Nigeria and they will die of that disease because of poor health care, poor health system. Nobody cares for anybody. Nobody cares for anyone that does not relate or who is their immediate family, like their wife or their daughter, like the one imprisoned here. Look at it now. He is in prison. I'm sure that is not a kind of place he would have wished for himself. But nobody surpasses the power of God, the way God does things. He is now in prison. He's now in prison. Is that the way it's supposed to be? All the properties he bought has been confiscated. Vanity upon vanity. Materialism. I am the richest. I want to be the richest. I have it all. Property in Nigeria, property abroad, in Dubai. So what? Money, money, money. Sometimes when we start blaming Oyibo for our predicament, I don't agree with all that, because Oyibo likes good things. They like to go in a nice shopping mall. They like to have electricity on. They like their children to go in very good schools and study. So I don't think that if our men are very serious people, people who have human feelings, people who think of others, the poor, the widows, the orphans, those who have nobody to help them. If our people want to help those people, Oyibo will not tell them not to do so. We are just so self-centered, so selfish. We don't think of any other person. Me, 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 me. Look at it now. A man who has spent 20 years as a Senate president or whatever he was, ended up in prison alongside his wife. All those diamonds, all those golds. If you go through her pictures, you will see her in flashy looking cars and top lifestyle. It has all ended up in defame, ended up in prison. And the man himself is not very well, because some of these things are hereditary. Maybe the daughter inherited it from him, or maybe his own has not developed all along because he has money to treat himself. Do they think of the poor ones? They don't. When you talk about this sort of thing, they will just shove it under the carpet because it does not concern them. It's none of their business. People overseas go into politics to make their country, you know, a very good country, very habitable, very conducive for people to live, work, and make their own living. But with us, no. Why? When will this come to an end? When will it come to an end? Anyway, let me stop here. You watch and see what Dr. Okoye has brought for Nigerians and other people who can afford it. I know he will make it affordable. He will subsidize it because any man who can spend this sort of money has a certain class of people in mind, because he knows that it's not every Nigerian that can travel to India or America or England or France to go and treat themselves. That's why he brought it home. And this is what we have been expecting from all these men. What God gave all of us. Some people commandeered it. If you speak up, they will bring soldiers to come and destroy your life. Why? Why? Nobody likes to work hard. You just sit in the office, plan the destruction of other people. You carry your phone, you call and send people to go and take away somebody that is speaking against what you are doing that is not good. What do we achieve? What do we achieve? It's only one life. You don't think of other people. If anybody criticizes what you do or the way you do it, that person will be a prime target. And if proper care is not taken, elimination. When do we want to stop all this hula baloo? No end to our problem. A country that is 60-something years old of independence. My people, please, let's stop all this. When they put you in a public office, you are the servant. You go there to serve your people. All these countries that we rush to is men like you that developed those countries, fought for it, made it okay. Good roads, good hospital. Your children all study abroad. Common good health, equipment in the hospitals. You can't provide it for your people. Do we hate ourselves so much? We have a long way to go. Unfortunately, a very long way.